Praise the Lord, all the nations. Laud him, all peoples. For his loving kindness is great toward us. The faithfulness of the Lord is everlasting. Praise the Lord. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord.
"50 years ago, when this church started, Norm and Becky Rutland were just a couple in a neighborhood who were praying for their neighbors and became intentional about sharing Christ with them. Richmond Bible Fellowship Church was being formed at that time. First time the church met was in Yale Elementary School in September of 1976. Everybody was so excited. It was all fresh, and because these people had just trusted Christ, it was like a congregation of brand new believers.
My next door neighbor just came over the day we moved in and invited us to come, and we came and never went anywhere else, just because of the love and the acceptance and the bond that we immediately felt. And everyone was inviting their neighbors to come. It grew pretty quickly in that amount of time.
There were these neighborhood Bible studies in the little neighborhood where the church first got started. As a young kid, I remember having the privilege of absorbing the Bible studies, but more importantly, getting to see all these families just in community together.
There was a lot of fellowship in those days. We not only met on Sunday mornings, but we had small groups that we call mini churches today. We call them community groups, but they were the heart of our ministry, really, because that's where people began to minister to one another, support one another, pray for one another. And so the church really grew.
From day one, we have had superb biblical teaching. Dave Peterson, our first pastor, I remember being just a fantastic teacher. And then, of course, it wasn't too long after that that we got to start hearing from this young guy, Bill Brewer, but he had the benefit of pastoring and being mentored by Stan Toussaint.
The elders asked me if I would stay on full-time as a pastor, and we hired Dr. Stan Toussaint to come on part-time as a teaching elder, and he did most of the preaching in those days. And he basically discipled me, he mentored me, and I could not have been in a better situation as a young pastor to be mentored by him.
It was such a rich opportunity that was only a thing that God could orchestrate. Just a tremendous, tremendous blessing to Richland Bible Fellowship.
The strong teaching and biblical teaching that we had really helped us to grow a lot in those early years.
Then I came on staff full-time 79, and we began searching, trying to figure out how to get out of the school. It was time to move out. We just didn't have a place to go. We found an old racket club, and we got to looking at it and said, you know, this would be perfect.
It was a community center back then, only for sports and social stuff. It went bankrupt, but for us, it was God providing an opportunity for us to have a place to meet.
And so we ended up being able to buy this racket club, and that was our new church home, 1515 Blake.
When we were building the addition at the racket club, we were short money. We needed $10,000. That Sunday, someone came and handed Dr. Toussaint a check, and it was for $10,000. We never saw that woman again. She was an angel, and we were all sure of it.
So in the 80s, it felt like it was just up and to the right. You know, the church was healthy and strong and growing. We had strong elders. But we knew we were outgrowing that facility. If I could go back and talk to the 90s, there were some tough times. There were times when we had disagreements. There were times when they were serious and we lost people and we had to recover. But God was faithful through all of it. And the church, again, just started growing and exploding. In 98, we built another two-story educational building, and that's when we kind of started expanding out the seams of the church and buying houses and all of that. That was not a sustainable growth plan, and it wasn't until 2002 that we realized we were going to have to do something different.
It was clear that God was doing stuff through this church. Once you wrap your heart around that realization, I think it becomes easier to understand that more can be done if we have the space to do the ministry that He's called us to do. I just remember it being an exciting opportunity to go out in faith and trust God to do what only God could do. And he did it.
When you look at how we started out as a little body of 200 people in a school and then moved into a racket club with a swimming pool, and then God moved us out here, it's exciting to see, and you just have to give God the glory.
What's exciting to me is we've not only seen God's faithfulness in the past, over 50 years, we can trust God for his faithfulness in the future because the story is unfinished.